Hello there! What is going on, everybody? We have got a really awesome Kickstarter to showcase today. You are not going to want to miss this one. Definitely check it out. If you are a fan of miniatures games, definitely check this out. If you're a fan of vehicles, definitely check this out. If you're a fan of Cyberpunk, definitely check this out. This is the Vehicle Mayhem Kickstarter from Monster Fight Club for Cyberpunk Combat Zone. This is a very cool Kickstarter. I'm really excited about it, and it just launched and funded instantly. It's going to do very, very well. No doubts there, but I want to walk you guys through it. It's very, very cool. Plus, we are still doing our $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. There's a few days left to enter to win that. This is going to be early next week. We're going to be announcing the winner, so you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Enter to win. Let me know if you guys have seen Cyberpunk Combat Zone, if you're playing it, if you're on the fence, what your thoughts are, if you want more coverage of it, if you haven't seen it yet, if this is like your first time hearing about it, let me know down in the comments below. And there's some pretty cool stretch goals that you can help unlocking, even if you're not sure you even want to pledge. There's really cool ones. There's social media stretch goals and all that kind of stuff too. Very cool stuff. Let's go ahead and jump in, because I'm going to take you straight to the page. We'll go over some of the different pledges, what you're getting in this, and if you were interested in Combat Zone and you wanted to pick it up, you can get all this because it's also a reprint. So this is from Monster Fight Club. I've talked about a lot of stuff from them, whether it be terrain or games or miniatures. They do a lot. But I've recently started playing Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone. They recently launched the Cyberpunk Edge Runners Combat Zone. Lots of Cyberpunk content coming out of these guys. And Combat Zone is a really cool system. It's got this reaction system. I've talked about it before, and we'll continue to talk about it. I'm playing through a campaign right now and having a blast. It's a very, very cool system. Plays fast. I really enjoy it. I have a good time every time. But this is just a really cool. I'm going to kind of speed through the video a little bit here to kind of showcase a little bit of the scene. If you've played Cyberpunk 2077, I know you've seen some of these AVs come down. MaxTac is attacking, breaking up. Maybe there's some cyber psychos down there. They land, they're open fire, and then all of a sudden, MaxTac comes down and takes out all of these goons, and then they up and fly away. And then there's motorcycles and more hints of more. You let me know if you see the same things that I see. So a lot of really cool stuff that's happening in this one. It's very cool. I keep saying it's very cool. Look at this, the Heracles AV4. What is this? The Heracles AV4. Oh no, this is in the way. A multi-purpose Aerodyne. All right, I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. It's gorgeous. Let's look at what we're going to see in this Kickstarter. So, two big things. Well, maybe three big things. First off, the AV is awesome. The Heracles, right? This is a spaceship, right? This is I guess kind of like the equivalent of what a helicopter would be in Cyberpunk. If you play Star Wars Legion, it's going to be kind of similar to the LAT in some ways. But these are like either Trauma Team uses stuff like this. MaxTac uses stuff like this. Rich people, corporations use stuff like this. These are fancy transports that can get anywhere in the city and are really good for pickup and drop off and an entire team transportation, which is very cool. MaxTac is also another gang that comes with this. These are basically, if you've ever played like Grand Theft Auto, if you do enough bad stuff, again, eventually like the SWAT team and like cops start coming after you, but eventually the bigger and badder cops start coming after you. MaxTac is the best of the best. And after they come after you, you're probably have no hope. It is theoretically possible to defeat MaxTac. I've done it once, and I've maxed out. I've 100% at Cyberpunk 2077. I've only done it once, or I've actually defeated them. And only to find out that once you defeat them, a whole nother crew just comes in, and it never ends. So you really can't, you can maybe run and hide and hope that, they move on to other cyber psychos. But this is really cool. But you're also getting motorcycles. You're getting vehicles in this. And the cool thing about this is there's a whole vehicle rule book. There's going to be scenarios for vehicles. And these motorcycles and vehicles are not gang specific. So if you play multiple gangs, I mean, if you get the starter, you're already getting 2 gangs, Maelstrom and Tiger Claws. These aren't gang specific, so you can use these with both gangs, any other future gangs you're interested in picking up. And if you're interested in picking up gangs, there's more. As we scroll down, you can get discounts. These are all on sale through the Kickstarter too, so if you were ever on the fence about diving in, this is a great time to dive in and save and get a bunch of stuff bundled together, which is really cool. But you're getting, like, for each motorcycle type, you're getting 2 different sculpts, which is pretty freaking cool. But then that Heracles is awesome. And this thing is going to be dynamic. There's a lot of extra attachments. We're going to look at some of the stretch goals right now, because as of right now, this is fully funded. I think they're about over 70,000 right now. Okay. This is, for me, this is Thursday night. So this just launched like yesterday, and it's already over double its funding goal. So, which is a really good sign. Monster Fight Club's done. How many of them? This is their 8th Kickstarter. So they're definitely trustworthy, proven, an established company. They've had. I mean, and this game is great. I love this. This is one of my favorite games that I've started playing this year. I absolutely love it. So you can get a new player pledge, which is really cool because you're going to get the entire starter, both starter gangs that come with it, and a couple of motorcycles and the vehicle rulebook. They also have a live to ride pledge this is more for existing players that want all of the motorcycles. Now there are a lot of different types. So we've got this Kusanagi, the Cybermoto at the top. I think those are the 2 that come with the more basic pledges. And then we have like the advanced cycles. This is Zonda, the Shiva. The Shiva looks really cool. I like the Zonda. I think the Zonda is probably my favorite. To me, this one looks a little bit like some of the brands are different, but like Jackie Wells in Cyberpunk 2077 gets like this arch that's really, really cool. And this one kind of reminds me of it a little bit more. But the Shiva looks really awesome. There's a Damon Superbike, and then there's a 2-passenger bike that's really cool. Has like a gunner slot in it. The M Industries Warrior Road Bike. This has got very much like Mad Max vibes going on with this one. But this one's cool because it has a gunner, and it's like a 2-person, so you can actually have like somebody get in and drive. And there's beta rule books. You can check out the rules now. So if you're already a player of Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone, or if you pre-ordered Cyberpunk Edge Runners Combat Zone, you can check out these rules and see how it's going to impact your game. Basically, like, the vehicles move green. They have their own defense dice, but they take the actions of the driver. So anybody can kind of get into a vehicle and then get out of a vehicle. But some characters are likely to have they can have new keywords. You can have a wheelman that has a better advantage for avoiding stuff if they're driving a vehicle. But there's also going to be new scenarios because, well, do you need, if you're playing a normal scenario that's on the smaller game board, maybe you don't really need that much movement because, things aren't that far apart. But there's an answer for that as well. You can always do a larger. First off, I do larger battles a lot of times. I've done 3x3 battles. We have plans to do up to like 6x4 battles. But even so, even with the normal game board, there's another game board that you can get in here also that extends the battlefield to twice the normal distance, which is really going to help when you have twice as much ground to traverse. And these vehicles can ram each other too. There's vehicular combat that's thrown into this. It's very cool. And if you want to go get everything, there's the Born to Fly pledge. This has the Zetatech Heracles, all of the bikes. It also has Max Tech as a starter gang, or the starter gang. So the starter gang doesn't mean that they're necessarily ideal for a brand new player, although they're probably going to be awesome. And I'm really curious how they're going to play because they should be very strong. And I hope they're very strong. And maybe they're like 30, 40 point, characters or something like that. Because most characters are like between like 10, 15, and some of the high-end characters are upwards of like 25. I don't think I've seen any characters in this game that are more than 25 points, but I wouldn't be surprised if Max Tech has some characters that are like 25 and higher. But you're also going to gain extra terrain, these like shipping containers, the landing zone, this whole board that comes with it as well. It lets you extend your gameplay board and have a much bigger board. Oh, this is going to be really cool. So this is if you want to get everything, but you don't have to go for something like this. You can go for a smaller pledge. You can piecemeal it out because there's individual add-ons and very, very cool stuff like that. Oh, and if you're a big spender and if you want to be immortalized in Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone, you can actually they have the get your head in the game pledge for 1,500. And these are going to go quick, I'm sure, because they will basically put you not only on a card, but also as a miniature. And you can be in the game. This is very cool. And the thing is, and here's why this is so cool. You're not like taking a gamble here to see like, well, yeah, this is a brand new game. I don't know if it's going to be popular. I don't know if it's going to be a game that anybody plays. No, people are already playing this game. Imagine they were going to put you in Star Wars Legion. Or imagine they're going to put you in X-Wing or 40K or something like that. This is an established game that is running. You know, I play this game, you know, every other week, give or take. So yeah, this is a cool thing. Like I wish I could get my head in the game. That'd be freaking cool. I don't have $1,500 right now though, but I know some people out there do. So if you're on the fence with that, you know, like I would snatch these up because these are limited. I think there's only there's a limited amount. They're not doing these for every. I think there's only a couple of these remaining. By the time you watch this, they may be sold out anyway. So I'm sorry if I got your hopes up. But yeah, I love the stuff that these guys are doing. It's really cool stuff. And so then they have the add-ons. So if you didn't get the core set yet, you can save off of the MSRP. What is this, like $125? And this is a good core set. I've already reviewed it. I'll put links down at the end of the channel. You can check it out. It's pretty cool. You're getting 2 gangs in here. These are great miniatures too. They're beautiful, beautiful miniatures. I love the miniatures in here. They're actually really easy to assemble too. They don't have that many pieces. Most of them are like just 2 pieces, sometimes 3. Yeah, I got a couple of other gangs too. Some of the gangs have some miniatures that are just 1 piece, but most of them are just like just 1 or 2 pieces usually. Sometimes 3. And really, really high quality. I love them. They paint up real nice too. But you're also getting terrain. You're getting a lot of terrain in this box. You're getting 2 gangs. You're getting scenarios. You have campaign play and standalone play. And the gangs are decent size too. You get quite a few miniatures for each one. Like you won't like in a 100-point game, you won't even use all of them in each game. If you do 150, I think you can kind of max out there between your gear and your hacks and stuff like that. Which is very cool. You can get the landing zone, extra terrain, an extra mat that will. And these are double-sided. These boards are double-sided, so this way you can like make the roads match up to each other, so it just has the same graphics. Or you can use them for 2 separate games, or just change up your demeanor if you want to just use one time and use another one for another one. And then here you can get all of the different bike sets and vehicles, kind of standoffish. If you're looking at some of the other gangs, you can kind of get a good look at all the different gangs that are here, and these are at 40 each, so there's $10 off each one. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of extra lore and information about these really great renders of them. They're going to look really cool. Now, keep in mind, like the dudes that are on the bikes aren't particularly specific to any gang, right? So you might see, hey, that guy doesn't look like he'd be an Arasaka, and what if I wanted to run Arasaka? Well, he's sculpted on there, but the motorcycle isn't part of a gang. You're just like, if you take this with Arasaka, then when your guy gets on there, you kind of take him off, you put him on the motorcycle card, and then you move that bike. But you're gonna still take them in your army or in your build. You still have to pay points for them like you would for a person or a piece of gear. You're bringing the bike with you, which is really cool. And got a little write-up on MaxTac. These sculpts, these renders are beautiful. These are really, really nice. So it looks really fun. They have some reviews talking about the reaction system as a whole. This is just a really cool combat system. You've got red, green, and yellow for everything. Green is the best. Red is the worst, generally. Green, and everybody's got green and yellow actions. When they take damage, some of those actions turn to red, and then their actions become weaker. So it's such a cool system. I can't say enough good things about it. I really enjoy it, and I wish more games would use it. I'd love to see more IPs and stuff get a reaction system. And if you're eagle-eyed, you'll see like there could be some more vehicles coming. There looks like there's I see a car over here. That's maybe it's a hidden stretch goal. So maybe we get some of those. So let's talk about stretch goals. There's a couple that we've already gotten unlocked so far too on this one. A landing, a Heracles upgrade. So this is a hollow projection landing zone. This is for if you want the Heracles to kind of hover in the air and drop the dudes down without actually landing it and blocking line of sight. This is cool because this is actually very reflective of what happens when they land. This has happened to me many times in Cyberpunk 2077, and it's also in some of the cinematics too. That initial cinematic from years and years ago when they first announced 2077, I think was a situation where Max Tack was landing. Or if you've seen Edge Runners, the show, you've seen this in the opening scene, right? So very cool stuff. And then we're getting into the really cool stuff with the extra upgrades where you can add turrets and you can add pieces and you can customize your Heracles. That AV is going to look so cool with extra guns. We've gotten some extra dudes. We've now got extra dudes that can go in the side of the AV shooting out, which is really cool. A door gunner and then a manned heavy machine gun. And then another one for the other side. So you have all kinds of options on these. Decals are coming. There's another door gunner. There could be more stuff. And here's some of the upgrades that you can help out with. There's if we get 2,500 members in the Discord, this is Monster Fight Club's Discord. You can join my Discord too. Yes, but so that Monster Fight Club's Discord, their Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, formerly known as X or formerly known as Twitter, and then their YouTube channel. So if you want to help out, break through some of those, there's extra unlocks for those. I'll put links to some of those in the video description below. And but yeah, so this is a kind of a good kind of summary at the bottom here of all of the stuff that's been unlocked so far. Looks like there's more to come. So hopefully this looks cool. Oh, this is the other side of the Heracles. Oh, so you can do like desert stuff on the other side of the Heracles. I kind of like that. I like the idea of like the Badlands and nomads and stuff like that. And as a fan of 2077, also that was a big part of that game. The shipping containers are awesome. They have doors that can open. They have a whole shipping container Kickstarter also, and a lot of that stuff is also on their website. You can head over to monsterfightclub.com and check out even more. A lot of really cool stuff there. But these are awesome. I'm a big fan of all the bikes and especially the Heracles AV. I'll definitely be picking up Max Tack. I think they're going to be really cool. And you can get a little extra information and some good looks at a lot of the other gangs, which are very cool as well. But no, I love all the art. They got reviews down here. Hey, look, I know this guy. He was one of them. But this is good stuff. And this isn't a paid video. This is me just talking about this because, frankly, I love the game system. I think it's pretty cool. I think that I like to share stuff with you guys, especially when it's limited time, like Kickstarter stuff is. And I've pledged here. I'm going here. I may end up going a little higher. We'll see. Every once in a while, sometimes there's like a stretch goal that's sometimes just for this tier or whatever. And so I usually wait until like the last couple of days if I'm going to up my pledge anymore. By the way, even if you're not sure about this, there's like a $10 pledge that gets you a 20% discount code for a one-time use, I believe. A 20% discount code just for the website. And that's really cool. I wish I would have had one of those because I bought some terrain a while back, and that would have paid for itself and then some. So If you're interested in checking out any of the other Monster Fight Club stuff, I think this is definitely worth it. Plus, this gets you access to the Pledge Manager and all that other stuff. So if it's something you want, but you want to wait a little bit longer, you can jump in at the 10 for 20 level, and then you're definitely going to make your money back if you're planning on getting anything from the website. They have awesome buildings, stuff that works really well for Legion, for Combat Zone, for Marvel Crisis Protocol, and more. Very cool stuff. I'm a big fan of all of their products. It's really pretty. It's a lot of fun stuff. All right, so that is going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts if this is a game system that you might be interested in. I have more content that I'll be doing in the future with Cyberpunk, Combat Zone, and another Cyberpunk related content, because it's gaining traction. I mean, there's plenty of Cyberpunk games coming out, and I've heard rumors that hopefully we'll be seeing something about the next Cyberpunk video game from CD Projekt Red, and I think it's still several years out, but it's an exciting time to be a Cyberpunk fan. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are out of this world and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. Always wash your socks and have a great day.